Because Nalin Kohli, let me ask you this. The Prime Minister is sitting and there are a huge series of deliberations which are happening. We are expecting a solid economic package or some big announcements to happen either tomorrow or day after. We are also looking at the Prime Minister speaking and addressing the country 1 month into the lockdown, maybe on day 32 or day 33. We don't know when, but we are looking for another address because it is scheduled. You can expect it. But let me ask you this. What do you think is the most immediate challenge? The opposition has raised a few points. There is the issue of migrant labor who are stuck, which is concerned. So there are two ways of looking at it. How do we send them back, or how do we ensure they stay back? Because they've already stayed there for more than a month. Can I re-employ them immediately and give them a reason not to go back? So what is the issue that you feel will be addressed and needs to be addressed first? I'm throwing the ball in your court today.
A lot has to be done, Anand. We have to bear in mind this is a situation that does not fit into anyone's plan book. It has taken the world by storm. It has taken every country by storm, every major country by storm. And everyone is understanding that this has huge economic implications. But if I start breaking it down, we have to wait for what the Honorable Prime Minister and the Finance Ministry and all decide.
Right.
In terms of what are the next steps. But I think in a calibrated move, things have happened. In the first phase, the primary concern of the government was reaching out to the most disadvantaged or those of the poor sections of society. As of yesterday, 33 crore people have received 31,253 crores into their bank accounts, which includes 20 crore women under the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. It includes 8 crore farmers who have received 16,000 crores into their accounts, 3 crore elderly people with pensions, construction workers, another 16 crores. So therefore, these are figures that was the disadvantage, which is those who were part of the financial inclusion. The second were a series of announcements that came from the RBI, which are related to concerns with regards to monetary policy, with regards to EMIs, with regard to moratorium, with regard to NPA, and they've been addressed. Now the third is kickstarting the economy, and Mr. Saldana has made a fair point. The disease is not going to disappear at the end of the lockdown. Our life has to be calibrated, keeping the fact that Corona is here for some time, and we can all collectively keep it at bay. The lockdown has achieved something very, very important in three senses, in my estimate. One, it has prevented an explosion of cases. It has led to capacity building and standard operating procedures being put in place. District administrations, the administration, the police, the health service workers, the government institutions, the state governments, NGOs, all have been working, and now we have a standard operating procedure to work in a situation like this. It has allowed the government to reach out to some segments. Now we have to look at industry, and certain norms have been announced as we are moving into that zone that some economic activity has to start. States, of course, will decide the final schedule. Some have postponed. Guess that there'll be large financial packages. We don't know. We have to wait for what the government says. But this could also take the form of monetary measures in terms of seeing whether interest rates can be kept low, whether there can be any other kind of assistance. So there can be two ways. One is a financial boost. The other is in terms of giving things that make it easier for industry to start off. But let's not forget another important and critical factor as my final point. Just as industry is at a situation of business or economy in terms of cash not coming in, business coming to a halt, the government also faces one challenge, which is going to be about collection of taxes. Because in one quarter, it's going to be severely challenged, perhaps in another. So the government has to weigh all the pros and cons, keeping everyone's interest. Might be from every sector, we are the most important. For the government, every sector is most important. Every citizen is critically important. Every life is important. Every livelihood is important. And that's going to be, in my estimate, what the government will be focused.
Well, and the government will have to be careful because, frankly, किसी के पास पैसा नहीं है. Even the government has not got any earnings. So everybody is facing a cash crunch. So how much are they going to let loose on the wallets and dip into the reserves, and how much are they going to look at our own resolve to try and kickstart and get back into the entrepreneurship mode? Now let's go across to Deepak Singhal and ask him this. Deepak ji, what is going to be the biggest challenge and what do you think is going to be the sector which is going to revive? वो कहते हैं ना जब सारा बॉडी पार्ट डाउन होता है तो कोई एक बॉडी पार्ट को किक स्टार्ट करना पड़ता है. दैट्स द हार्ट. अब हार्ट फंक्शन कर रहा है तो सब कुछ धीरे धीरे पूरे फंक्शन करने लगी. सो व्हाट इज द हार्ट ऑफ इंडिया व्हिच हैज टू फर्स्ट बी किक स्टार्टेड?
Anand, the heart of India is agriculture. The heart of India is rural India. The heart of India is rural economy. The heart of India is the big industries which are working outside the urban areas which are already functioning, which has started functioning. Even a sector itself, if it works properly for some time, and we have to now reorient and rethink about our economic model also. I was listening to you carefully where you said where nature was initially bleeding, now nature is smiling, the man is having mask over his head. Reorient our economy towards Swaraj model. We have to reorient our economy towards Chalo Gaon ki or. And we have to really think that what will happen into the global scenario of lot of professional manpower leaving other parts of the world if America decides tomorrow to cut down HB1 visas and lot of professionals coming back to India. So I strongly feel there are a lot of challenges which is because of the lockdown in the economic sense. But one should not be having too much of fear. You yourself said if you see the data of United States where 5 lakh people were tested and 80,000 people were found infected by COVID. In India, the figure is less than 1/4. Our blood, our race, our ability to fight against the natural problems is phenomenal. And collectively, the India together has shown the solidarity behind this with each other to find out a solution for this problem. And in fact, you yourself said that during this time, our medical support system has grown up by 3.5 times. All the governments are working very hard. People in the field are working very hard. And the decision to amend the Epidemic Disease Act 1897 by giving the doctors a security of exemplary punishment, to these kind of steps the government can take. But I can tell you one thing, the government alone can't do anything. At this stage, it's a joint effort of government and endeavor of government and the public together fighting out with this disease. My only thing is that the biggest challenge is the decisions at the top, how does it filter down and implement on the ground? Now, I was listening to RBI which said that they have created an additional bank facility of 7 lakh crores. Now we have to, no figure is coming out how much actually has gone really to the small scale industry. Have they lifted it? Have the small scale industry taken this loan to pay the salaries? So these kind of things have also come. What is the ground reality and the economic sense which the decisions have been taken at the highest level? So I think the implementation to the ground is key issue, whether in terms of governance, whether in terms of lockdown management, whether in terms of economic management, before any economic packages come. You are very right when you said the petrol is not getting sold, the revenues are not getting off from the diesel selling, lot of the liquor is not getting sold, so many things are not getting sold, so this is the major source of revenues are getting dried up. So we have to see an optimum balance between the how much the government can give and how much the revenue is coming. But my biggest suggestion today is, Mr. Kohli is also saying that a brainstorming has to be done, that how can we go back to our villages? How can we have blocks as more design centers for recreating our own economy? How much do we need to be rural areas? How can we increase our GDP of agriculture from 2% or maybe 1% to 8%? So that what we have a loss of economy into the urban areas and transitory labor going back to the rural areas, how can they be absorbed in that area? So these are the kind of remodeling of the economy is a solution which has to be thought of in a very macro sense in times to come. This is extremely important. Now, as far as concerned, lifting or lockdown, this one message, the last message I want to give it is, Anand, is very important, that whosoever lifts the lockdown, if the industrial or entrepreneur, if some person gets sick in his industry, the owner should not be arrested. Today what's happening is, even if your channel, someone gets this thing and an editor gets arrested, then it becomes a very difficult situation. No one will take a moment to dare to do all these kind of things. So this strong message, political, has to go, that you please to restart the activity, do the inactivity. If something happens, you have to live with the way of life. Everyone can fall sick. A person can have a heart attack in a factory. So